Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Już jestem. Lecimy dalej z historią. O, siema Skorpion. Dobra, Tereska.
Hey, youngster, come here.
Hey!
A word with you, young fellow.
To samo ja.
My name's Henry. Thank you for taking care of me here.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Teresa. She took care of you for 2 whole weeks while you were in limbo. And talking of you being at death's door, while you were lying here, you worked up quite a bill with the bloodletter, who came now and again to keep you alive with his potions. That quack doesn't come cheap. I paid him what I could, but I still, that is, you still owe him.
I see. Well, it's better to be in debt than to lie dead in a ditch. What do I owe? I'm not afraid of hard work.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job for you. And it's not something any fool can do. If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from. What do you say?
Well, what would you need from me?
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get caught while you're doing it.
That sounds straightforward enough. Except for not get caught. Why would anyone want to catch me?
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one requires, let's say, the right moral disposition. Do corpses bother you?
No honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's job.
Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You can dig all right, but somewhere else. I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be useful for more unconventional work.
I was prepared for just about anything, but that's a bit much. But go on. Tell me more.
Listen, it's about this ring my mate Wojciech, the Kohelnitz miller, had his eye on. Trouble is, they buried the ring by the gibbet along with the villain they hung while he was wearing it.
Jesus Christ. You want me to dig up a corpse, take a ring from it and give it to your friend in Kohelnitz? Is nothing sacred to you?
Money first, morals later. That fellow is dead. He won't miss it. Whatever bleeding heart came up with the idea that it's disrespectful to disturb a corpse never read the Bible. It's still a human body, only it's missing a soul. Why be disgusted by something created by God?
I think I've already heard more than I need to know. You've got the tongue of the devil himself. If you tried hard enough, I bet you could justify sodomy with a goat.
Watch your mouth, boy. There's a shovel here around the mill somewhere. If there's any problem, come and see me. And here's something on the side to make you dig better.
Thanks. I'll need it. I can't believe I've come to this. Digging up corpses.
Oh, and watch out for the executioner and his hounds. They're pretty savage. And I don't just mean the dogs. You can just throw them some meat. The dogs, that is. But the executioner? Well, don't vex him.
Też jest gun. Szpadel, szukajmy szpadla. Tereska śpi. Zjadłem coś. Kurde, wszystko straciłem. Jedynie sznapsy zostały. Dobra. Szukajmy jej łopaty. Co, nie wiedziesz tam w ogóle?
Jesus! Look where you're going!
Lol. Nie ma nic. Nie jadłeś nigdy takich placków? No, zwykłe ciasto, takie jak na pierogi. Są pieczone na przykład na gorącej tej... Dawniej takie kuchnie były, wiesz? Takie no kaflowe, nie? Miałeś taką blachę. Na taka blacha właśnie porobiona, rozgrzewana i na to się kładły właśnie takie placki. Powiem ci, byłem mały, jak moja mama robiła pierogi czy coś, no to jest na takiej kuchni brałem takie właśnie no placki i sobie kładłem i sobie piekłem. Zajebiste były. Tak już nie ma niestety. Nigdzie już takiej kuchni nie ma. Kurczę, gdzie jest jakaś łopata? O, jest. Cześć, cichy. Okej. Dobra, to co jest? Aha, tu są te. To były te skóry. Muszę iść tam. A, żałuję, że nie jadłeś. Uwierz mi. Będziesz miał kiedyś okazję, to spróbuj. Lecimy sobie z Kingdomem. Kurde, na piechotę trzeba zapierdzielać, konia nie mam. Jest kartka. No, to już nie jest. Na patelni tego raczej nie zrobisz, bo patelnia... co bym mógł spróbować? Ja nigdy nie próbowałem, to ci nie powiem. Ale zawsze się dawało to na taką blachę. Rozgrzaną właśnie. Jak było na kuchni kaflowej. No tutaj coś jest.
What are you doing there?
No świnie tam, z irokezem. A, to jest ten kat. O kurde.
This is a bit awkward, but recently you buried a convict, and this convict was a family man. He left 3 young children, and I thought it might ease their hearts if I gave them the ring their father had on him in his final hour. I'm sure you wouldn't bury him with such a valuable thing.
Children, you say? You're right, I do have the ring. But actually, it's a worthless bauble. You can have it for a few groschen.
Thanks, but I'm not interested.
Why don't you make your bloody mind up what you want?
Ten szubienicę. Ale on zobaczy chyba jak będę kopał. Czy mam wytrych? Nie mam. Kurde, nawet grosza nie mam. Wszystko mi oskrobali. Wierzy gdzieś pod szubienicą. Krew. Ścięta głowa była. Gdzie to będzie? No gdzieś tu. O. Nie ma nikogo? Bo mnie okroili.
Nothing on the left hand. The right? Oh shit, there's nothing there either. Where the fuck is that ring? Oh, the stench makes me want to puke. Peshek will pay for this.
O kurde, to mała skrzynia. A ja tam miałem wszystko. A ja taki kurde obszarpany chodzę. W piżamie. To było tak, chciałem pochować rodziców. Tam gdzie właśnie skończyłem wczoraj. Chciałem pochować rodziców. Niestety zostałem napadnięty. Ta dziewczyna, co tam właśnie teraz co mnie teraz właśnie obudziła. Ona mnie tam uratowała. Zawiadomiła właśnie tego jak on tam się nazywał? Ten Bożyka. Bożyk wpadł z ekipą. Przegonił tych, co chcieli mnie kaput. Chcieli mi zabrać miecz ojca. No i tak 2 tygodnie tu leżałem w tej Teresce. A to teraz jeszcze wcześniej spotkałem, jak jeszcze kułem z tym ojcem właśnie miecz. Jak kułem miecz, to ona właśnie przyszła po gwoździe. No teraz muszę spłacić dług młynarzowi. Bo chcę ten pierścień, ale pierścienia nie ma, ten trup. Muszę wziąć rzeczy ze skrzyni. Gdzie ta skrzynia? W środku. Czemu wcześniej nie mogłem? Ten nie pokazało mi. Albo nie wiedziałem, albo nie wiem. Okej, tak. Tak. Jak babka wygląda. Rękawica łowcy. Są wytrychy. Ale nie mam tego miecza. Zajmowali mi miecz. Trzeba mieć najpierw za co pić. Pierścień. Miękki. Chyba tyle, co z najlepszych rzeczy jest. Jeszcze zobaczę, jakie kondycje są. Dobra, kondycja jest ok. No, będziemy dalej. Co my tu mamy? A, muszę wrócić do niego. Mu powiedzieć, że nie ma. Przeciążony jestem.
Jesus Christ be praised.
There was a corpse in the grave, but no ring. What the fuck is going on?
Easy, Hal. Hold your horses. If the ring wasn't on the corpse, the executioner must have taken it before he buried the body.
Oh, I can see where this is going. You want me to get the ring from the executioner?
Clever lad. Only I wouldn't recommend talking to him about it. He's a bit touchy on the subject of robbing the dead. It'd be better to pinch it from his house.
All right, I'll go and find that ring.
It should be in a trunk somewhere in the house. And look here, Henry. Do you know how to get past a lock?
Get past the lock? You mean jemmy it off with a crowbar?
No, you don't. I mean the delicate, gentle art of opening it quietly and with sensitivity, like popping a young maiden's cherry.
Nie umiem.
I haven't had a chance to try that yet.
Fucking hell. How did I get landed with a cretin like you? I'll have to teach you then.
Może wytrych da.
Try unlocking this trunk. Hold the lockpick in your right hand and use it to feel out the tumbler. Got it? Good. Now turn the whole lot with the blade, but don't stop holding the tumbler with the pick. Otherwise, you'll be fucked and you'll have to start all over again. You forced it and broke the lockpick. That crack could be hurting Kuttenberg. You have to watch out for that and experience.
Fuck. Ja pierdzielę.
You're a dab hand, Hal. Make something out of you yet. But remember, with real logs, you have to watch out for the kick. Try it a few more times if you like. Thanks. Good luck.
Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, veniat regnum.
Ale to szumi. Idź. Bieluchu. No najpierw muszę te pierścień zrobić. Pohandlowałby z kimś. Może tu będzie jakiś handlarz. Kupi co nieco ode mnie. Bo nie mogę biec. Trochę się nazbierałem tych rzeczy. Poetę kup za 200. O. Dobra, co my tu sprzedamy? To... To sprzedamy. Trochę kasy wpadnie.
Let's have a word
Potargujemy
about
się.
the price.
I?
Since it's you,
We're getting there. Just drop the price a bit more. Finally, a reasonable sum.
Małe pieniądze. Ile już mam pieniążków? Jest to grosze. 110. Już jest dobrze. Ono zobaczymy, czy ma wytrychy. Nie ma. Witaj, Torkso. Źle pobiegłem. Coś jest? Jest coś. Tak, no to lepszą edycję.
How do the rat-eye folk get on with the refugees?
Ugh, don't even talk to me about it. I wish that rebel was gone. I know they've met with misfortune, but here they do nothing but thief and make problems.
Łaźnia. O. Co to ma? Bycza krew. Dlaczego to jest? Oho. Eliksir łazarza. Okej. Jest kiereszowany, ale nie trzeba mi jakiejś maści jeszcze. No ma tego w pole trzeba wyprowadzić. Przy okazji zobaczę jeszcze, co tutaj jest. Czemu wszyscy mają takie same psy? Ty one ma. Niebieskie. Dyskoteka to jest. Nic nie robię, stoję się patrzę.
Someone there.
I'm back with the money for the ring.
All right, here it is. I don't know why it's worth so much to you, though. It's a piece of junk. Damn!
Dobra, ile straciłem? 20. Później tam się kiedyś przyjdę i tą skrzynię jego obrobuję. Tak, bo coś cennego będzie miał. Na początku jakieś te misje trochę takie słabe. Iść, przynieść, zanieść. Weź, przynieść. Mam nadzieję, że później będzie troszkę lepiej. Mieszczanin.
I'll be with you.
Ja chcę się z tobą gadać. Myślałem, że się czegoś więcej dowiem. Tutaj ciągle pada, ja pierdzielę. Gdzie jest ten bieluch? Jest.
I'll have that ring for you.
Good. Nice to know you're the sort of lad I can trust with a job like that. Now run with the ring to Wojciech, the miller in Kohelnitz. He'll have some work for you, and I'll have something to use soon too. A clever fellow like you will never want for work. At the very least, I'll buy risky goods from you. I mean the kind that used to belong to someone else and you can't sell to just anyone.
Stolen goods. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm not a thief. Can you tell me... what do you think about everything that's happened?
I don't concern myself with the doings of my betters, but this mess isn't good for business. Them two brothers should sort things out between themselves without dragging us into it. I don't give a damn who's king, but that usurper from Hungary has gone too far.
That's all. Can you tell me something about the other millers?
There's a couple of other fellows around here in my trade. Wojciech in Kohelnitz and Simon in Sassa.
Tell me about Wojciech.
He's young and hot-blooded with a short temper. But he's a fine fellow when you get to know him. His heart's in the right place, and he's always willing to lend a helping hand. Unfortunately, he got himself into a feud with that usurer, the merchant Wolfram Kruger. A slimy bastard he is. And now they're sworn enemies.
Padalec.
What about this Simon in Sasau?
An odd one he is, a loner who don't talk much. But he's as dogged as a hunting hound once he gets his teeth into anything. He won't let go until he sees it through, even if he has to walk over dead bodies.
Tell me something about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell. I was born at the mill, I live here, and I'll surely die here. But before I do, I've plenty of work to do, and I hope I live to see peace in this land again.
Would you teach me something about the milling craft? Like how to get things out of strangers' purses into your own?
Aye, why not? You're handy enough. No doubt you'll master it. Come behind the mill where we won't be seen.
No, Marek wrzucił i dobrze ci pomóc.
Watch it, lout! Welcome, Henry. I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me without me seeing you and take something from my purse. First, you have to rummage in the purse. The longer you do it, the better chance you have of finding something valuable. But also, getting caught in the act. Once you've found something you want, you've got to pull it out. Carefully, but fast enough so I don't notice. Try stealing my dagger. It's there, mixed up with other things. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling... Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd... Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
Muszę bliżej podejść, tak? O to chyba chodzi.
Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
Co za ciul?
Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
To jest poronione.
Caught you!
A,
This was
o
for
to
real, I'd
chodzi.
be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real,
Czemu?
I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
Serio?
If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
No, o co tu chodzi, żeby
If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard.
to się dłużej trzymało?
Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was... What the hell? Caught you! If this
Ja
was
tego
for
nie
real,
rozumiem.
I'd be yelling for a guard.
Czemu to mi się nie może zapełnić do końca? Dobra,
That's
udało
the
się.
way. I hardly noticed you were there. I think you're ready to try it out for real. Best practice on drunks and sleeping folk, so you don't end up in jail before you even get started.
Thanks, Peshek.
You're welcome. But I'll be having that dagger back now.
Kurde, głupie to było. Dobra, gdzie jest ten? Muszę do rodzika iść. A to jest co? To jest ten młynarz. Dlaczego ja w średniowieczu nie mam konia? A pierdziele. Ktoś sobie pranie zrobił? Kurde, muszę dorwać konia. To jest gniazdo. To krowy. Jakiś pasterz. Już prawie. Kurczę, po drugiej stronie jest. Ale bajora. Tam jest.
My respects to you.
Miller Peshek from Ratai sent me with this ring for you.
A ring?
Here it is.
Useless fucking bauble. You must be Henry, right? Peshek told me about you.
What the... Why did you throw it away? Do you know how much trouble I had to get it? Peshek said it was important to you.
Like I said, it's a piece of junk. It was just a test to see if you've got the balls to work for the miller. It's a custom of ours, testing fledglings in the trade with a nice little wild goose chase. We need to see if you'll be hobbled by pointless principles, or if you're willing to use your head. Congratulations. You passed the test, and now we'll have a few jobs for you.
What am I to do with these things I pilfer? No one will buy stolen goods from me.
Buying and selling stolen goods is a crime. But if they're worth something, I can make sure they're, properly cared for. Not that I'd buy them from you, but I could, store them for you. And you'll get some coin for taking care of them before.
So if someone loses something, and I happen to find it, I can bring it to you to store, and I'll get groschen for it.
That's the arrangement.
I've got some goods here whose owners might miss them.
All right. Let's see what we can do about that.
Sprzedam 8 jabłek. Co można by jeszcze sprzedać? Więc no to chyba nic takiego nie mam. No, mogę sprzedać sól, suszone grzyby. No i tyle. Koszyk.
Let's talk about the price.
Sure, why not? See now, I knew we'd come to an agreement.
I'd like you to teach me how to be better at stealth.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Isn't that quite a lot? What do you say to this?
That's not enough. Agreed. Now listen up.
Dobra. Może jakieś zadanie jeszcze?
Do you need help with anything?
Just in time. There is a certain matter I need resolving. I have some scores to settle with the commander of the Talmberg Guard, and I want to get my own back. You may have heard that Sir Robart of Talmberg is a stickler for having all his gear neat and tidy.
The commander of the guard? Sir Robart? I'm already confused. Just tell me what I need to do.
It's like this. I want you to break into the Talmberg armory and steal a few Waffen rocks with the coat of arms on them.
Ah, and once Sir Robard finds some of his guardsmen's equipment is missing...
He'll see to the commander of the guard, who's the only one with keys and answerable for their safekeeping. When Robard finds out he's losing things from under his nose, he'll have him whipped. And I'll get what I'm after. Satisfaction. Take at least 5 waffed rocks to make it a proper stink.
Consider it done. What am I to do with the Waffen rocks once I have them?
I'll burn them to get rid of the evidence. Just make sure you don't get caught.
Okay. Chyba najpierw tutaj pobiegnę.
Halt! Who are you and where are you going?
I'm Henry.
Kim czarne oczy.
Son of the Skalitz blacksmith. I'm going to see my liege, Sir Radzig Kabiller of Dwoyitz.
Of course you are, lad. And I'm the Pope. What do you want from his lordship, and what makes you think he'll see you?
I may not look the part, but I know about honour and duty. And mine is to tell Sir Radzig what happened to the sword he commissioned.
All right, then. Go ahead. It'll be your skin if Sir Radzig isn't pleased.
Biegi za sobą. Szoty.
Could that be the smith's son, Hal?
On my soul. It is him. What are you doing here, lad? We thought you were done for.
Bandits attacked me in Skalitz.
And why, for God's sake, did you go back there? Who else but cutthroats and bandits did you expect to find?
I needed to bury my parents.
Oh, I see. Your father fought like a lion. I'm sorry.
He saved my life.
And not just yours. He was a good man, and you did right to bury him.
I didn't even manage that. I failed to save him or put him to rest.
And just what could you have done at Skalitz? If you tried to fight, the both of you will be dead. He gave his life for yours, Hal. So you'd better make good use of it.
You're right. And just what are you doing here?
I must speak with Sir Radzig. Is he here?
He's in the palace with Sir Hanush of Ratai. They're feasting in the Knight's Hall. What do you want with him?
My father made him a sword. He asked me to deliver it to Sir Radzig.
I don't see any sword.
No. Bandits attacked me and stole it. I need to tell his lordship what happened. And then I'm going to find the sword.
Of course you are, Hal. Good luck.
Thanks.
No co jest?
Torch. You can't walk around here in the dark without a light. What the hell?
Wychodek.
Szoty YouTube, dzięki za suba.
Gdzie ta biesiada jest?
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Serio? Można po schodach wychodzić. No lipa.
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness that this land of ours is in the shit. Deep fucking shit. Don't you agree?
I might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush, but I've been driven out of my own castle, so I'm hardly going to disagree.
Indeed. But Birkstein is yours for as long as you need it. There's room enough for your men and you here at Rattay, and I'm sure my ward won't have any objection to me lending you his castle.
I'd be honored. Birkstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh? At any rate, I'm beholden to you, Sir Hans, and to you, Sir Hanush.
I don't like to speak ill of your people, Sir Radzig, but, well, there's no love lost between the townsfolk and the refugees. There's been talk of criminality.
No, they'll have to get used to it until the situation's resolved.
But when will it be resolved? And what on God's earth is this war even about? I won't lie, sir. I don't understand it.
You aren't alone, Father. I believe Sigismund's original intention was to persuade Wenceslas to accept the imperial crown and to leave the rule of Bohemia to him.
Who could blame him? I know Wenceslas is a friend of yours, Radzig, but even you have to admit he brought it upon himself.
I can't deny the king neglected affairs of state for other pursuits. There is a need for order in the land, but I don't think the lords who sided with Sigismund realized just what Hungarian order looks like.
Hungarian order?
What concerns me, sir, is how a good Christian could resort to such brutality.
To give him his due, I don't think he expected the lords of this country to stand behind the king. But thanks to him, we're tearing ourselves apart, and now he has to get things under control.
But why in God's name does he have to use those barbarians?
Money is the root of all evil, young sir. Wars are costly, and this one has dragged on for a year. Sigismund ran out of coin for knights, so he recruited those whore sons that settled in Hungary. The less he pays, the more they make up for it with plunder.
That's why he attacked us. He was after our silver.
What are you doing? You've no business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain at Taunberg.
I'm sorry, sir, but I had to bury my parents.
Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there? But the others listened to their lord.
And it wasn't just your own life you nearly threw away. So Robard and his men risked theirs to save you.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
Oh, there you go. When you have to, Radzig.
Your father was a remarkable man, and your mother, she was remarkable too. They deserved a Christian burial. Did you manage that at least?
No. I was attacked by thieves. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that girl.
Girl?
The miller's daughter, Teresa.
The miller's daughter saved you from the footpads? Oh, there's a tale to tell your children.
I owe her my life. She distracted them and then brought me to Ratai. But without Sir Robard, we'd both be dead.
Oh, that's what I call a good woman. Hang on to that one, lad.
Still, it's a great shame your parents are buried in unconsecrated ground. That means purgatory for them.
Be quiet, Friar. I didn't invite you here to eat me out of house and home and deliver a sermon while you were doing it.
If you're so concerned, Father, maybe you should save the innocent souls of these fine Christians yourself. Go to Skalitz and consecrate their graves. I assure you, if you're killed by bandits, your soul will soar straight to heaven, as long as someone buries you in consecrated ground first.
If there's anything left to bury, that plump carcass of yours would be quite a feast for the wolves and the crows. And one skeleton looks much like another, so how would we know which were your ordained bones or those of Sigismund's Tartars?
Be that as it may, why have you come here?
I must get your sword back.
Sword? My sword hangs here at my side.
No, the sword my father forged for you. One of those thieves stole it from me.
They almost killed him and he already wants to go back.
Takes after his father, I suppose. Lad, I've lost a castle, a village, silver mines, and a good half of my subjects. Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
I understand. I'd feel the same way. But prudence is the better part of valor, and a dead man keeps no promises.
Aye. The woman had to save his fat from the fire, and now he wants revenge. What kind of fool are you, boy?
He's no fool. Henry, you have courage, but you need training, arms, a horse. Or do you mean to beat this thief at dice?
No, sir. Please, take me into your service and give me the chance to learn these things.
The gall of him! Fled from the enemy, disobeyed your orders, duped Sir Divish, lost your sword, put Sir Robard in danger with his actions, and now he wants a promotion.
Sir Capon's right.
What you say is certainly true, except for fleeing the enemy. You would have run as well, believe me. Henry's earned some punishment, but how do you punish someone who's already lost everything, Courage and blind obedience are good qualities for a soldier, but a wise man also appreciates loyalty, perseverance, and determination. Besides, that was a fine sword that his father made. If he thinks he can get it back, I won't turn it down.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
He isn't a peasant, father, he's a blacksmith, and recent events have left me in need of his skills.
To mu powiedział.
So, would like to enter my service?
Sir, Yes, I would. You won't regret it.
Oh, I probably will. I'm doing this for your father, lad. Don't it disappoint me.
Oh, fortune has finally smiled on you today, lad. Make the most of it.
Lubię tego
Now that
gościa.
I think about it, Sir Hanush, the boy needs training and experience, and you need spear carriers.
That's true. The bailiff is always complaining about your people making trouble in the camp. Maybe one of their own among the guard might help.
It might. In any event, it will prove valuable experience.
But let's be clear. You're the one paying him. Captain Bernard, see to his training, and then send him to the bailiff.
Yes, sir.
And don't spare him.
You can rely on it, sir.
Don't forget, Henry. Don't disappoint me.
I won't, my lord.
Okej. Co teraz?
Spouting legs and running off.
And how are we supposed to live in the meantime? On dirt and air?
It's not that bad.
Not that bad. I woke up with a rat in my blanket. A rat.
Czemu cały czas mi tego nie trzyma, żeby było o tak? To co chodzi z tą książką? Może się przykimam? Szybciej. Coś tam było? Da się może dużo ciekawych rzeczy dowiedzieć. To przy okazji coś z baną. No, odkryłem teraz dużo rzeczy. Może się to umyć? Można. Arena. Gdzie jest ten bęcwą? Nie mogę tu jeszcze. Gdzie ta kula jest ta menda?
What was that?
Jest. Okej, skoczę do toalety, zawracam. jedziemy.
I'll be with you.
I'm here for training.
Yes, you're that boy Sir Radzik sent.
I'm not a boy.
That's for me to decide. Right now, a boy is exactly what you seem. And because you've never held a sword in your hand before, we'll start with something simpler.
Very well.
Come with me and listen closely. I don't want to be repeating myself.
Well, let's see what you're made of. Hold it properly. Keep moving. Never stand still when your life depends on it. Right, good. Now, try attacking. You've got to put your back into a good slash. No use waving the sword around like you're swatting flies. Go into the attack with your whole body. Try slashing from various sides to get used to it. Well done. Good. That pointy tip isn't for decoration. Try stabbing me with it a few times. There. That will do. Slashing, stabbing, and movement are the foundations that you build everything else on. Now, let's try something more complicated. One strike, I can simply fend off. You mustn't give your opponent time to react. String your strikes together. As soon as you finish one, begin another. Strike, strike, strike. Stab. Now let's see how you do with defense. It's not hard to block a basic strike. Just watch out and move your sword into the path of the blow. Right.
Ow.
Not bad. Nice.
Very well then. Let's see what you're made of, lad. Come at me and don't hold back.
See, I lure you, then attack unexpectedly.
O, menda.
Fine, enough. You're not a complete dead loss. It'll be hard work to turn you into a master, but you have the basics.
Let's try something more advanced. When in combat, keep an eye on the space between you and your opponent. That is your space.
Try to attack from the side the opponent will find harder to block in time. If I'm holding the sword raised up, do an uppercut. If my sword is low, lunge. Let's try it. You strike a few times at the side where I'm not holding my sword.
There he... What? Nice.
Right. Lesson 2. Everything you've learned about blocking is wrong. When I cover, I can simply fend off your blows with my sword and gain control of the space between us. It's better not to control just the space, but actually your opponent's weapon. Attack, and I'll show you. All right, that will do. Now you. The trick is to stay in your stance. As soon as I start to attack, you block. The move knocks the blade aside. No, not like that. You mustn't hold the sword there. You have to move along with the attack. Again.
Ow!
Good. Too soon again. Good.
Za szybko.
Try and catch the rhythm. You see the sword move, you move at the same time and deflect it. Good. Well done. All right. Right, now we'll try it a little faster. Concentrate and block just at the moment I start attacking. I'll strike you from above each time so you can see it well. All right. Very good.
Ow!
Not bad.
Ow!
Nice. Ah, that's it. Good, good.
To będę.
Captain Menard. Wait a while, Henry. Greetings, Sir Hans. What brings you here?
I was on my way when I noticed that you're entertaining Sir Radzig's esteemed guest. Not the same as holding a hammer, is it, blacksmith?
It's Sir Radzig's orders.
I know. I'm actually here to train at the archery range. My hand's grown heavy lately. You don't mind, do you, Bernard?
Not at all, my lord.
Good day to you, blacksmith's boy. Try not to hurt yourself.
Where did we finish? Yeah, leading the opponent where you want him. There's one more way to evade a strike. You simply step aside, attack, and I'll show you. All right, try it. It's important not to move too soon. I'll see where you're going and hit you. That the same will happen if you move too late. I'll attack slowly now. As you see me, raise the weapon, jump aside. It'll throw the opponent off a bit, and there's your chance. All right.
Ow!
No, not like that. No, again.
No tu nosie, co jest? Bok.
All right. Wrong, damn it. No, not like that. No, that's not it. No.
Już kurwa.
Wrong.
Fine. Now try it a little quicker. Try and get used to the rhythm. Never take your eyes off your opponent. You'll see a strike before it's even properly started. Very good.
Ow.
No, muszę bok. No ja pierdolę.
Not bad.
No kurwa, za każdym razem trafia, przecież idę w bok. Dziękuję pana. O, udało się.
And the last thing for today, a trick. You raise the sword to force your opponent to block, but then change the direction of the attack at the last moment, and the opponent won't even know what hit him. Try it. Draw back the weapon, then change the attack zone and strike, so I don't have time to react. No! Nice! No! Very good! No, that's not it! Good! Well done! That's it! Well now, that wasn't too bad. Maybe we'll make a soldier of you after all. But don't get cocky. You have to train hard and persistently. You might have talent, but talent alone won't do. Practice.
No i to bardzo.
Don't leave yet. Sir Radzig also wanted me to teach you archery. Come with me.
Mam jeszcze troszkę błędów, ale myślę, że to poprawią w miarę dość szybko. To wychodzenie po codach jest upierdliwe czasami. Tak, nie blokując się postać. Nie, to już normalna wersja. Nie gra wyszła już. Wczesny dostęp mieli ci chyba co jeszcze płacili za ten... No, jak się nazywa? No, na tej zbiórce. W Kickstarze. Jak to się nazywała ta strona, już nawet nie pamiętam.
The livelihood. Be merciful, good people.
For the love of God, I've come from Scallis, and all I ask of you is a crust of bread, a groschen.
How does life in Rat Eye suit you?
I suppose it was kind of them to take us in, but
No,
then
stop
they
this.
just left us to fend for ourselves. Nobody gives a damn about us.
Did you find out what actually happened?
Folks say it was on account of our silver, and how Sir Radzig's... God bless.
Let's see then. Take this bow, go and stand in position over there, and we can start. And another thing, put on this arm guard. Without it, you could flay your forearm with a bowstring, so be sure to wear it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks and get in position. Now concentrate. The bow ain't exactly the weapon of choice of a knight, but it can come in very handy. You've got two bandits coming at you from a distance. You shoot one in the eye, drop your bow, and draw your sword on the other. Emperor Charles, God rest him, encouraged his subjects to learn archery. He even organized contests in Prague. But you wouldn't have gotten far there. You're holding the thing like a piece of firewood. But enough talk. There's the target. Try and hit it. Draw the bow, aim, and release. Try to get a feel for the rhythm. Inhale on the draw. Hold your breath for a moment. And then release the string.
I'm not surprised at the girl.
No jerky movement. Just let the string slide out of your fingers. As if you were about to draw it back more. It's all one movement. The arrow aiming at the target and flying at it. Shoot away. What you have there is a training bow. The arrow drops quickly. Once you've trained a bit, you can get yourself a better one, and then those arrows will fly so fast you won't see them. Don't forget the arm guard. Once you've mastered the bow a bit, you won't need it anymore. That flew nicely. Practice for a while. No nonsense.
I'm not surprised the girl had to save your arm.
Well, that was awful. I didn't imagine a village yokel like you would have much skill, but you failed to meet even my low expectations.
I don't know why you're wasting your time, Sir Bernard. Nothing will come of him anyway, and at the first sign of trouble, he'll run away like any other cowardly peasant. After all, he's done it before.
What did you say?
Calm down, boy. Keep in mind who you're talking to.
A braggart who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Now, you've really done it. You'll go to the stocks for that.
Calm yourself, Sir Bernard. If the blacksmith boy feels he can prove himself, then let him try. Do you think you can beat me? Well?
Any time.
Very well. If you defeat me, I'll give you my bow. If you lose, you'll have to pay up. Do you even have any coin?
I have enough.
Good. Then let's get to it.
Środeczek. Środeczek. Ajajaj. Wygrałem.
Well, I didn't expect that. Probably just wasn't your day, sir.
I told you I have a heavy hand, ever since I fell off that horse during the last hunt. What are you grinning about, boy? I think you owe me a little payback. How about a sword fight at the arena?
If you like.
Sir Hans, is this necessary? Sir Hanush has already had words about you fighting with your subjects. He explicitly told me.
I know what he told you. You can just tell him I didn't listen to you. So what's it going to be, blacksmith?
If we must.
Excellent. Then let's go. You'll get what for. I'll have you. I'll have you. Stop, BJ.
Nie, kurde, ja się blokuję, a ten mnie zadaje cios. Nie wiem. Czy mam dostać. Jasna dupa.
Give it up already? Here.
Serio?
Jesus Christ. Oh dear, did that hurt? Not a good move.
No kurwa mać.
Well, we're even then.
Jaki chuj.
It looks like I get to keep my bow and you your groschen. I suppose I should give you credit for taking on my challenge, despite your limitations.
Thank you, sir.
Godspeed, blacksmith. And don't worry, this isn't the last time we'll meet. We'll have more fun like this again soon.
Dziesiąta 39. W sumie 10 minut będzie. Zapiszę. Zobaczymy. Będziemy to cofnie.
Let's see then. And another.
Oh,
Thank you,
super.
Captain. Save the thing. Now concentrate. A bow ain't exactly the weapon of choice of a knight, but it can come in very handy. You've got two bandits coming at you from a distance. You shoot one in the eye, drop your bow, and draw your sword on the other. Emperor Charles, God rest him, encouraged his subjects to learn archery. He even organized contests in Prague. You wouldn't have gotten far there. You're holding the thing like a piece of firewood. But enough talk. There's the target. Try and hit it. Draw the bow, aim, and release. Try to get a feel for the rhythm. Inhale on the draw, hold your breath for a moment, and then release the string. No jerky movements. Just let the string slide out of your fingers, as if you were about to draw it back more. It's all one movement. The arrow aiming at the target, flying, go. Shoot away. What you have there is a training bow. The arrow drops quickly. Once you've trained a bit, you can get yourself a better one, and then those arrows will fly so fast you won't see them. Don't forget the arm guard. Once you've mastered the bow a bit, you won't need it anymore.
You miss, blacksmith, by a mile.
That's it then. I don't like to say it, but it wasn't that bad.
I don't know why you're wasting your time.
What did you...
Calm down.
Brag it.
Calm yourself.
Anytime.
Very well.
I have enough.
Good. Then
Chcę go pokonać na miecze. Hama. Jeszcze daczek. A pierdziele. Zes. To jest dobrze. Wygrałem. 2 punkty, ale jest.
Well, I didn't expect.
I told. What are you?
If you like.
So Hans,
I know.
If we must.
Idziemy powalczyć.
Bring it on!
O kurwa. Już też lepiej wychodzi. Chciałem u nich zrobić. Tu tarczy dziwnie trzyma w prawej ręce. Razem z mieczem. Jest to łeb.
Well, you got the better of me this time, blacksmith. I must be having an off day.
Are you all right, sir?
Don't worry your mangy head about me, peasant. We'll see each other again soon enough. You can keep my bow. Its best years are behind it anyway.
Dobra, no. O, ptaszek, dokładnie.
You better hope his lordship hasn't taken it badly.
He shouldn't have challenged me.
Careful. You might be under Sir Radzig's protection, but you'd be wise to stay on good terms with the other noblemen too. Now go to the rat house. The bailiff's waiting for you there.
All right, Captain.
Stał. Ściu. Jakiś kowal jest, no, może z nim pohandluję.
Good health to you.
What kind of governor is...
Young Sir Hans is our governor, but Sir Hanush is his guardian till he comes of age.
No to jest uczeń kowala. Tu jest kowal.
Good day to you.
Dobra. Co możemy sprzedać? To sprzedam. To sprzedam. Pełniowa strzała tonąca nie zmieniając się. Chociaż jak sobie będzie. Już. Czy mam 30? Co on to ma? Nie opłaca się kupować. Jeden punkt, tylko więcej to. Oh, fuck. Cię pierdzielę. Jakie to jest skomplikowane. Dobra, na szczęście przystąpiłem. Podreparowano. Było 80 coś. Co chcesz? Patrzysz na mnie. Świnie. Jeśli co to jest, to shift. Już coś jest. Łowczy. Niczka. Szczelnie.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Any work for me here by any chance?
That depends.
What?
I said, how's your hearing?
It's perfectly fine. You don't have to scream at me. I mean, why are you asking?
Because there is this one little job going. But I need someone who knows the area well and has good ears.
I ought to be able to handle that.
Fine. So here's the problem. My friend is a birder, and he left a few rare nightingales with me for safekeeping. They're good to trade. Rich gentlemen hang them caged up in their chambers. It keeps their wives from fretting when they're off drinking and wenching.
I see.
The trouble is the nightingales are gone. I don't know how, but the birds have flown.
Hang on, surely you're not asking me to go flapping around looking for birds?
Not exactly. Luckily, their wings are clipped, so they won't be far, and the watchman in the tower told me they headed off toward Brannick. I have traps prepared. It should be easy enough to catch them in those.
Fine, but how will I know where to put the traps?
I hear they like pine woods, and there's a pine-covered hill just before Brannick.
Right. Bloody great wood.
That's just why you need to listen out. Nightingales have a distinctive song. When you hear it close by, you set a trap on the spot. They kept twittering away the whole time they were here, so I can remember the tunes. I'll sing them to you.
I can't wait.
It went something like this.
What? People keep birds like that in their houses? It's like the sound a cat makes when you pull it by the tail.
You know how it is. The gentry's got all manner of odd tastes. The question is, can you remember it?
Can you repeat that?
Of course. Remember it now?
Yes, I'll remember.
Right. Here are the traps. Don't forget, once you hear a nightingale, set a trap nearby. He ought to be caught in it after a while.
I'll do that.
Dobra, zmienię tego słowika. Daszek garści. Okej, to tutaj muszę się gdzieś udać. Dobra, jak tu się stąd dostać? Muszę wejść aż na drugą stronę, czyli tam. Konik. Nie mogę go ukraść. Może się zgłoszę do wójta, może konia dostanę. Coś tu jeszcze do odkrycia? Po prawej trzeba się trzymać. O, a co my tu mamy? Tu... jakieś bydło? O, rzeźnik. Kościół. Ile tych kościołów jest? Tam jest kościół, tu jest kościół. Co to do dzisiaj zostało? Apteka. Laboratorium. Spokrawiec. Wszystko odkryłem? Tak, wszystko. Jest jakaś. Zbyt powoli.
What else to you, sir?
Pierdzielać.
Jesus, look where you're going.
Nic teraz nie będę kupował. Nie mam pieniędzy. Gdzie on jest? Gdzieś ten wójt tam na górze musi być. Ten ma tarczę. Raczej gdzieś tutaj pewnie. Tam szedł. Czy jest wyżej? Ktoś tu śpi. Noc. Serio? Nie chcę ze mną gadać. To się zbagowało.
Hey. For God's sake! There! Over there! Do something! My God! Over there! Hey, you!
Nie!
Stop!
Co jest?
Been lurking around here where you don't belong and ignoring warnings. This definitely won't come cheap. You'll learn crime doesn't pay.
Oh well, what can I do? Here you are.
All right. Just make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do something! My God! Over there!
Jesus, look!
Chciałbym zejść. Czy puścisz mnie?
God be with you, good sir.
I want to learn to read. Who should I go and see?
There's a retired scribe in Ujits. He could teach you.
No, to pomogło. Straciłem tylko kasę przez to. Gówno. Gdzie on jest, ten menda jednokońcowy? Wójt. On jest do kuźni nędzy. Jakiś sklep. Pierdziele, to jest poronione. Widać, że tak był tam gdzieś na górze było. Tam gdzieś. Ale tam nikogo nie ma. Czyli z powrotem. Gdzie jest ten wójt? O, więzienie. O, nie. Gdzieś ten zasrany wójt. Coś tam zwęszyłem. Jakoś jest. Jest tam. Jest tam.
My
Tu
respects to
siedział.
you.
Przecież ten pieniądz straciłem.
I'm to put myself under the bailiff's command.
Ah, so you're the young man Sir Radzig appointed.
Yes.
Very well. Sir Radzig asked me to test you a little, and as it happens, you've come at the right time. We've a few disputes to settle. It seems some of your former neighbors have been acting quite inappropriately. I was hoping having one of their own on the town watch might help sort things out.
You can count on me, bailiff.
You're certainly bold. I like that. Have you been to see Captain Bernard?
I have. He trained me, and then Sir Hans Capon challenged me to a duel.
I see. Sir Hans Capon likes to measure his strength against others. But be careful, Henry. Noblemen are quick to anger, and you don't need that kind of trouble. Well, anyway, you're going to assist my town guard. Come to the church in the afternoon. Yaroslav the watchman, Nightingale they call him, will wait for you there. He'll show you around the town and teach you a little about keeping the peace. And you need to stop by the armory to pick up some gear.
Yes, bailiff.
Master Bailiff, is there anything of interest going on here?
Nothing of interest to me, thank Christ.
Okej. No to zgubię. Dostałem tutaj man za to, że tu przypływałem. No mana za to, że tu przypływałem, ale to właśnie... Trochę to głupie, ale... Cóż... Idę to sprzedać, bo kurde nie mam ten... Nie mogę się poruszyć. Szybko. Wszystko. Skórę. Trzeba się sprzedać. Gdzie jest ten? Tu jest łowca. Nie są przypadkiem?
So, my wife's brother finally paid back.
Wyglądał tylko. Szybciej. Te skóry z pianą pasoryją. O ile będziecie chciał kupić.
Good health to you, sir.
To. To też mogę sprzedać. Sztuki. W sumie tyle. 25 otrzymam. Troszkę się przynajmniej zwróci za tamten. Czego się potarguje.
That's stolen. What are you trying on me? Get the hell out of here.
O fuck.
Could do with a bite to eat.
Nie mogę tego sprzedać. Ukradzione. Sprzedam może to przynajmniej.
Can we do something about the price?
Sure, why? See now, I knew.
Elegancko. Ale dalej nie mogę biec. Przyszedłem do gościa na podwórko, zjadłem mu coś garnka.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Dobra, gdzie jest ten? Młynarz. Co uważnie. To jest młynarz. Ja mu sprzedam tę skórę. Kunek. No zobaczymy. Może konia dadzą. Gdzieś. Tak. Gdzie jest ta zbrojownia? Tu na górze.
I was told to pick up a kit here.
Name
Henry.
Giermek.
and in fealty to.
Sir Cobbler.
Yes, I've got you. Well, come on in then. Make yourself at home, Henry. If my memory serves me, you're entitled to a helmet, a gambeson, and a club.
That's all.
You want a kiss and a hug as well?
I mean equipment.
It's quite enough for patrolling the town. You're there to stop trouble, not start it.
To wezmę. Skończone. To wezmę. W sumie tyle. Co jest mam do zabrania? Jestem przeciążony. Że uda się to sprzedać. To sprzedam. To. Dobra.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Aye. All right, so.
Połowanie się tu nie. No noże, chcę jeszcze iść. Sprzedać mu te skóry. Szybko podróż. Oho. Z 11 do 15. Idziemy. Która jest godzina? Poszedłem do narzędzi. Te skóry sprzętu. Nie. Nie ma jak to pałkę wyrzucę. 26 kosztuje. No pobiegnę tam. Już zbieram na konia. Taką proszę. Tak ludzie na rzeczy tylko menażne mogę sprzedawać. Prawie koło drogi. Pójdę szybko po to, że będzie i... Albo pójdziemy na ten, na tego słowika. No trochę to dziwne jest takie, że pewne skórę i nagle już oni wiedzą, że to jest kradzione. To jest nie nasz koszty.
God be with you.
I've got some goods here whose own...
All right.
Dwa, trzy. No też nie. Trzymał się tylko. Ma piętek, Pil bandaży to jest sprzęt. Chcę być czysty. I tyle.
Can we do something about the price?
Why not?
Is this enough?
That sounds pretty interesting. Finally, a reasonable...
You've an honest trade. How come you got...
Evil times. The harvest failed, and there was no... And meanwhile, the lords in the castle and the monks in the monastery...
So you took justice into your own hands?
Pull your head...
Dobra, podróż. No, załapałem się jeszcze na tę godzinę, na ten patrol. Tu jest patrol. Kościela?
Beneath thy mercy we take refuge, O Blessed Virgin, to stay... God bless. Beneath thy mercy we take refuge, O Blessed Virgin, to stay with thy supplication.
Tam ławek mi było. Teraz.
Beneath thy mercy we take refuge.
słowik.
Here I am. My name is Henry. We're supposed to go on patrol together?
I see you're kitted out.
Ready to get going.
I'm Nightingale. Aren't you that lad the mill wench brought here on a cart?
Teresa. Yes, she rescued me. She turned up with Captain Robard and his knights.
All honor to the girl. She has bigger balls than most men. Tell me, how did you pay her back?
Well, I thanked her.
That's not much, is it? You should go and see her when you get a chance. So, how did you end up in the service of the bailiff?
I wanted to enter the service of Sir Radzig, but he sent me here to learn.
And learn you will. You're lucky, lad. Sir Radzig must like you. Most lords would have just sent you on your way.
Come with me, Henry. We'll patrol the town and then check on the taverns to make sure they lock up in the evening.
I'm ready.
Don't forget, I'm supposed to try you out and, with the help of God, teach you something. So I expect you to deal with any misconduct yourself. I'll make sure you don't do anything too stupid. Let's go. This is our church, St. Matthew's. It serves not only as the house of God, but as the crypt of the lords of Lipa, our masters. The gravedigger lives right round the corner. The priest, too. Our parish priest. Ah, a man shouldn't speak ill about servants of the Lord. This is our rat house. Pretty big, eh? The bailiff and his hands live there, and our maestro protonotarius, the scribe. And the jailhouse. You don't want to see the inside, not even as a guard. Naturally, we have an executioner too, but he doesn't live in town. That wouldn't be proper, as I'm sure you know. He lives by Gallows Hill, the other side of the creek. This pillory was brand new in autumn, and 2 people have already been rotting on it. The swordsmith lives here. What the hell is going on here now? Go and check it out, Henry.
Go to the church. Go back to your people. I don't want you here. Is that veneer, pal?
What are you two screeching about? Stop making such a ruckus.
About time you turned up. This filthy beggar thinks.
My name is Jane.
No one cares what your name is. This filthy beggar thinks she can come and stink in front of my shop. I want you to get rid of her.
What's the problem here?
This is my shop, and I won't have beggars sitting on my doorstep. Let her go and squat in a square. She won't be in anyone's way there, and there's plenty of folk to beg from.
Must you sit here, of all places?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Folk drive me away wherever I sit. I can't keep walking all day and night.
Can't you show us some Christian charity, Armourer?
What? Have you any idea how much I've given away in alms, even to this witch only yesterday?
Is that true?
Might be, might not.
Did you get any alms or not?
Yes.
From the Armourer here?
I don't know. And even if I did, that was yesterday, and my belly's empty again today.
That's true.
What would you know about it?
We're both good Christians, aren't we? We should each give something to the poor soul.
And what then?
Then Jane will be on her way. Immediately.
King Solomon now, are you, lad? Fine. Fine, have it your way.
God bless you, and you too, citizen. I won't be a nuisance no more, really. Thank you. Thank you.
Jesus, you're as bad as each other.
Your old neighbours are living here now. It's a bit of a shithole. Even so, you should be thankful to Sir Hanush. If the town burghers got their way, your folk wouldn't be let anywhere near the town. And now our people aren't too happy with him. Some fools are even calling for Sir Hanush to finally hand the fiefdom over to the young lord, Sir Hans Capon. Sir Hans's father, old Sir Yeshke, may God rest his soul, kept it till he was an old man. Then he retired from it, first to Moravia, then to eternity. Sir Hanush is managing the fiefdom until Sir Hans comes of age. They're related by blood somehow, the same great-great-grandfather or some such. The time's coming soon enough when the estates have to be handed over. These affairs often end in conflict. I hope we have nothing like that here.
Myślę, że zaraz będzie jakaś bójka. Ktoś coś ukradnie i będzie łapać złodzieja. Takie mam przeczucie.
It looks much better during the markets. Then it's filled to bursting with folk from all around.
Ciekawe, na czym ten łuk się trzyma. Ta lina powinna być na klatce, a nie na plecach. Przyklejony jest. Mogliby to poprawić.
We've also got the baker's shop here, and that mad merchant Wolfram Pruder. Pruder has a pretty daughter, but he keeps her on a short rein, which the young bucks are none too happy about. I heard he even keeps the poor lass locked up at home all day. There's one alehouse here on the market square, the Trader's Tavern. The other's up by the gate. We'll be going there later.
Tu jest ta karczma. Tam jest ten łowca.
Let's move along to the inner bailey. Look here. See that filthy beggar? By Christ, I'll show the bastard.
No co chodzi z tym gniazdem?
Comfortable, are we?
Arms, please, sir.
Who do you take me for? Are you stupid or just insolent?
Well, what's the matter?
Stupid, then. There's no begging allowed here, so pick up your stinking arse and haul it somewhere else.
Who am I bothering here?
Me. Us. Everyone. If Sir Hanush saw you here, he'd take a whip to you.
All right, I'm going.
Damn beggars.
Henry, I'm glad you
offer them a
came.
helping hand, and they want the whole arm. It's not like the rules aren't clear. Beggars belong at the church.
To tak jak w tym jest. No.
Jakiś
wielka orkiestra też pod kościołem nie wolno.
He's not working at the moment, but his apprentice is standing in for him tolerably. I hear you're a blacksmith's apprentice too. You lot could help if needed, couldn't you?
Us? What do you mean?
You and your master, or your father, whoever taught you. What is it, lad?
My father was the master blacksmith. He was killed in Skalitz.
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Thank you. So am I.
My papa died not long ago. Of course, it was old age got him. That's not the same, but I know a little how you feel.
Kurde, nudne to takie uważanie za nim.
The Ratte fiefdom is pretty big. Naturally, it starts here by the town and continues along the Sasau River all the way to Kohelnitz. Then there's Gallows Hill, lots of farmhouses scattered around. Neuhof, Merhoyed. Master Smill is in charge of Sir Hanush's stables. He's by far his best vassal. It's all a bit complicated for a newcomer, I suppose. This lord here, that lord there, this exemption here, that right there. Exemptions from exemptions, rights to half of something, so on. It'd take you a year to make head or tail of it. This tower was only half the size when I was a young lad. Sir Hanush had it extended and made into an armory.
Krzypak stoi.
Have pity on me. A poor rat.
Kurde, nudne to. Wieczorka. Żyje, rusza się.
God be with you, Benesh. How goes it?
Well enough, Nightingale. It's quiet today.
Good. Where's Moimir, anyway? Isn't he supposed to be here with you?
Ah, yes. He hasn't turned
O,
up
kurde,
yet.
te wypłacenie krawędzi.
See.
Masakra,
Now, where might
patrzcie.
he have got to then?
Kwadraty
I
normalnie.
don't know.
You don't know, eh? Let me tell you something. When the bailiff finds out Moimir's slacking off, he'll be in serious shit. And being a friend of his, you wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
So it's better if I deal with it and we leave the bailiff out of it, right?
Yes, I suppose so.
So where is he?
In the tavern. He was thirsty, so he...
Went for an ale. We know how that goes. Come on, Henry. Let's go and find that idler, and you'd better talk some sense into him. What the fuck are you doing here when you're supposed to be on the gate?
Huh?
Move your carcass and don't guard the gate. Not a word. Get moving. You're lucky it was me found out, not the bailiff, or God forbid, Captain Bernard. Out! Come and sit with me, Henry. Let's have
Gość ma bramy pilnować, ten co siedzi w kanapie i piwo pije. Do kości?
That fool got me all worked up.
Me as well, the lazy bastard.
My words exactly. And just when we need every pair of eyes. You never know when the Cumans might creep up on us. But that's enough about that. Let's not let it spoil our day. Listen, since we're sitting here anyway, how about a little game?
Why not?
O co tu chodzi? A, 100 punktów z jedynki. Okej, czyli mam dwie. Wow. Dobra, czyli trzeba wylosować taką samą liczbę oczek, czyli już mam tutaj dwie jedynki, czyli w sumie te najlepsze kości, jakie mi się trafiły. I mam też 2 szóstki, czyli te 2 kości mogę jeszcze sobie... Czyli tak, to zaznaczam, tak? Potem używając E, gracz wybiera i pozostawia sobie punktację kupujące kostki. Zawsze przynajmniej jedna musi zostać odłożona. Następnie gracz rzuca pozostałymi kostkami używając F. I sytuacja się powtarza. Kombinacja punktów liczy się po oknowym rzucie, a nie po tej kolejce. A czyli te zaznaczę sobie te 100 to i to. No dobra, zaznaczam sobie punkty. Ale mi się trafiło. Czyli mam tak, mam 2 jedynki. To już nie mogę. Czyli mam tutaj 200. Mam 300, czyli zrobię tak. Mam 2 jedynki są.
No point in pushing it.
Elegancko. I piąteczka. Elegancko. Trójek jest 3. Czemu nie mogę tu wziąć? Nie chcę 5 zostawiać. Już mam 2. 2 dwójki są. Dziwne. Za 3, mam przecież 3 tam. Dlaczego nie mogę tak tutaj wziąć?
Now you.
Same jedynki zbieram. O kurde.
That'll do me.
Nie ma jedynki. Przegram.
We'll see.
Cały czas jedynki mi wypadają. Jeszcze dwie jedynki rzuci i po mnie.
I shouldn't have pushed it.
Jest czwórka. No i co jest? Czemu nie mogę? Dwójka. Czemu tam odliczyć wtedy? Dobra, już kumam, o co chodzi.
Oh no.
No co my tu mamy? Czwóreczki.
There, satisfied?
No bo mam dwie szóstki, czemu tam nie mogę?
Well, it'll be tidy for a little while.
Jest piątka? Nie ma. Trzeba dwie trójki sobie ten odłożyć. I dlaczego nie mogę odłożyć? Głupie. Jest jedynka. Dwie dwójki. No i dupa. Chociaż nie jest piątka. Chociaż może zostawię to. Jak mi piątka też nie wypadnie, to przerwam.
We'll see.
Długo ten takie wprowadzenie to trwa w tej grze. Gdzie poznaję tak powoli, stopniowo tą grę. No bo wystarczy mi setka. Czyli jedynki.
Just one more thing and we're done for the night. Ringing the end of the day and closing the taverns.
Isn't it still a bit early?
I don't know how it was in Skalitz, but here in Ratte we close up at this hour. Except, of course, during fairs and big festivals. Then we don't close at all.
I see. Should I go and ring the bell?
If you wouldn't mind. The bell is hanging outside the Rathaus. Ring 3 times, then go to the Trader's Tavern by the Market Square and make sure the innkeeper closes up.
I'll do that.
Before I forget, it's forbidden to walk in Rattay at night without a torch. Here, take this one.
Hey!
Okej. Muszę zadzwonić. Gdzie jest ten?
That's fine. It started counting out the coin there and then.
Kurde, naprawdę gra mi tak wciągła. Nie żałuję złotówki, że wydałem na nie.
God bless. Now,
Jestem co? Gdzieś tu nam poszedł. A tu jest.
What battle? Sigismund's got.
maybe so, but the land's still full of ruffians, and I'm no soldier. Besides, there's no need to go right now. Everything's well hidden, and they won't be sprouting legs and running off.
And how are we supposed to live in the middle?
Potrafił się to zda. Tu przyszedłem. Kurde, tak idź tu, idź tam. I jakiś kurde menal będzie chciał nie zamykać. Będzie chciał jeszcze pić.
And the canon of St. Wenceslas in Olomouc was so drunk, he dragged the pig to the market square, saddled it up, and rode it out of the town gate. no, we could see that this wasn't going to end well. So Sir Peter and I rode off to look for the good canon on his pig.
Did you find him?
We tracked the filthy beast down to a sty beyond Cronau. I mean, the beast with a tonsure on its head. We never found the real pig, but the Reverend was sound asleep in the pigsty.
Birds of a feather stick together. It seems the same goes for pigs and planets. I toast, gentlemen, to pigs and planets.
God save the bacon.
Sir Hans, forgive my intrusion, but I need...
Oh, but what? You want to join us? Want to buy us around? I'm afraid we don't drink with peasants. You're not in your village now, boy.
No, sir. Curfew's been rung. The alehouse is closing.
Nothing closes while I'm sitting here. If that's all, you're dismissed.
Are you out of your mind, lad? You can't cross his lordship. He's got a temper like a bear with gut ache. If I was you, I'd get lost before he shows it.
The bailiff instructed me to close the tavern at the proper hour. He doesn't want anyone disturbing the peace after curfew.
The bailiff? The bailiff can kiss my arse. I trust you haven't forgotten who's the rightful lord of Rattay.
No, it's Sir Hannes.
Oh, is he here? What, is he he's hiding under the table, maybe? No! Then what he wants isn't worth a fart in a bathhouse. And besides, he's only in charge till I grow up.
Which clearly hasn't happened yet.
Enough! You can't talk to me like that. I'm a nobleman.
Come now, sirs. You're not going to fight here, are you?
We most definitely are. This yokel needs to be taught his place.
What?
Fucking hell! Give up. Let him have it, Sir Hans. Beat him down.
Crucifix! What
in the name of Christ is happening here? Well, answer me, damn you!
This peasant insulted me. I had to teach him a lesson.
By rolling around in the mud like a hog? That's a fine example of noble conduct.
Sir Hannes, the bailiff ordered me
Silence! You shut your mouth and thank your lucky stars that you are Radzig's ward. Have you gone out of your mind? Raising your hand to a nobleman? And you, Hans, how many times have I told you that drinking with your subjects might be good for their morale, but it's bad for your honor? You spend all your days drinking and chasing wenches, which wouldn't matter if you paid any attention at all to your duties. And now we see what that leads to. Tomorrow, you will go with me to a hearing. Some landowners have asked me to settle a dispute. It'll be an excellent lesson for you.
I had planned to go hunting, but if you think listening to the pointless gripes of a bunch of old fools will benefit me, so be it.
Oh, hunting. Well then, Your Grace, I'll tell you what. You can go hunting.
Really?
Oh, naturally. Who am I to deprive the young Lord Capon of his sport? And you can take Henry here as your page.
Him? Absolutely not.
You'll do as I've commanded. It's time you learned how to lead people, and not just in drinking and brawling. Now get out of my sight.
Sir, I have responsibilities to the bailiff.
Not anymore. Your responsibilities now are the Lord Capon. It's time you learned how to behave in the presence of nobility. Let's go. Tell the kitchen I'm hungry. It's been a long journey.
Będzie polowanie. Dobra, ja sobie zrobię taką przerwę troszkę dłuższą. Znowu zapisano. Także chwilka przerwy i jeszcze będzie później.